Good morning. Still morning for most of us, especially if you're not in another country. So we're here. Why don't you come on in? Let me know when you've arrived. Certainly would like to know who's here so I can say hello. All right. Come on in. Come on in. Looking for you right now. We're at our normal time for a change, and we're happy about that. All right. I see that there are two of you. Why don't you let me know you're here so that I can say hello? We're going to talk about harnessing the power within us under pressure today. Good morning, my sister. Good morning, Lady C. Good to see you here. Uh, you actually helped with this one. Amen. And so we're going to go on and get started. There are four people here. I know that number may build. Good morning. Good morning. My love, she keeps me encouraged in spite of what she's going through all the time, and probably has in my entire life. So good morning, Miss Ira Benson. Good to see you here. Good morning, Dr. Chambers. Good to have you. Yes, you could help, and you did. All right. So let's get started. Good morning. Welcome to another episode, installment broadcast, time of sharing with Thriving Tuesday Moments of Encouragement, hashtag veeencouraged. And today we want to talk about pressure. Sometimes we have plans for our lives. We think that things should go a particular way. We want things to move in the way that we expected them to move. And then what happens is pressure comes. And pressure comes from a lot of different places. And as pressure is coming from all of those different places, we don't always know how to handle the pressure that comes. I was reading some stories about people under pressure, and they were talking about how a number of things happen at the same time. Car breaks down, the kids are late, all of these things are going on at the same time, and then you end up being late for whatever your appointment was. And all of those things keep happening, and they're happening at the same time, and you really do not know how to handle that pressure. But I came to encourage you today that there is power when you're under pressure, and it's the power that's within you. It's the power that God has given you within you to be able to withstand. And if you are withstanding, then you know that God is giving you assistance in that. I want to read James 1:1-3, but from the Message, because I think the Message kind of puts this in perspective where pressure is concerned. And we really won't start at 1, we'll start at 2. It says, consider it a sheer gift, friends, when tests and challenges come at you from all sides. You know that under pressure, your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors. So don't try to get out of anything prematurely. Let it do its work so you become mature and well developed, not deficient in any way. Good morning, Sonia, and good morning, Kelly. So the Message tells us that pressure comes. But when we're in pressure situations, that's when we show who we really are. My friend Kelly is here right now, and all of the weather that happened in Detroit and the flooding that happened in Detroit hit her house, hit all of her memories, hit all of that. I've been praying for her, but we haven't talked because I know that sometimes when you're under pressure to talk about it doesn't help you. But when she gets on here this morning and says good morning with the sunshine, that means that under pressure, she found her power. She found the power to let some things go that she may not have wanted to let go, but to press forward anyway. Pressure, as someone once told me, bursts pipes. And it does burst pipes, but it also takes pressure to make diamonds. And so we have to look at pressure from different perspectives. I know that there's a lot going on in my life. There's a lot of juggling. I'm trying to keep a whole lot of balls up in the air at the same time, a whole lot of juggling going on. And that can be a pressure-filled situation. But I've learned how to just take a beat and stop and to say, okay, if you couldn't handle it, you wouldn't have it. And it's not like you said yes to everything. You said no to some things. So whatever it is that God has put on your plate, God knows that you built for it. And so that's why the other side of this today is harnessing power under pressure. You're built for it. There's some things we are just built for. And if we would just let God give us the strength and to keep moving, to keep going, to keep doing, even in the midst of the pressure, we will find out that on the other side of the pressure, on the other side of what we've gone through, that there's a diamond that came out of it. I don't know what your diamond will be. It may be the diamond of perseverance. It may be the diamond of experience. It may be the diamond of being able to look at yourself differently, because now you know that under pressure you can make it. It may be that degree. It may be that new job. It may be all of those things. But it took some pressure to get you prepared for what it is that you are going to be up against later. There's a song by Carol Antrim that says he's preparing me for something I can't handle right now. He's making me ready just because he cares. And I've mentioned the song before, but sometimes in the midst of the pressure-filled situations, I have to stop and say, God, what are you preparing me for? Because if I can get through this, then that means that there's something else that you have ahead of me, that this pressure is not going to feel like it was anything. Just like there's something that I've been through before that I thought I just couldn't make it, but God got me through it, and God gave me and helped me harness the power within to press through that. So that's my reminder that in this situation, that was preparation for this, and this is preparation for something else. And so know that when you are in pressure situations, that it is typically being used to make you better, to make you stronger, to move you from where you are to where you're going to be. Now, here's a word of caution. Know that sometimes we put on ourselves pressure. We put it on ourselves because we wait to the last minute for stuff. We put it on ourselves because we take on more than we can handle, and it's not of God. We haven't asked God for any direction. We haven't said, God, do you really want me to do this? There are ways that we put pressure on ourselves, but we've got to learn how to discern when we're putting too much pressure on us. But when we're in pressure-filled situations, and they are not anything that we have done to create the pressure, then that means that God is going to use this pressure-filled situation to get us to another level, to get us to the next place in our lives, to help us to be a help to someone else who might be in pressure, because they watch us. And don't think for 1 minute people are not watching you. People are watching you. They're watching how you handle life under pressure. And when they watch how you're handling life under pressure, and they learn from what you do under pressure, then they are able to recognize what they may be able to do. I'm going to leave you with this. The church is in the midst of some renovations, and one of those things is that the repiping had to be done to the church, but it wasn't repiped with regular pipes. There were no galvanized pipe, no copper pipes that were what was used. What they use is called PEX, and PEX is a sermon. PEX is a sermon because PEX is the kind of pipe that the water runs through normally when normal things are going on. But when it's really hot, there's some coolness in the PEX pipe that doesn't allow too much, the water to heat up too much. But here's the thing. When it's icy and water expands, because when we're in pressure, things expand, and water expands, the PEX pipe expands too. So that even though the water is expanding because it is icy or because it is cold, the pipe is also expanding so that it never gets to the place of bursting. Here's the word for us. God has placed in each of us PEX pipe so that as things get more pressurized, that we're able to expand and grow from our circumstances, from our pressured circumstances, so that when things get back to normal, it'll just flow back and forth. But when things are up against it, when we're up against it, when there's pressure from the inside, we're built in our spirits like PEX pipes are, that when the pressure is heavy, we have the capability within us, because of what God has placed in us, to expand and handle the pressure so that we can get to the other side of it when it is no longer pressing up against the sides, when it's no longer pressing upon us, and that we can then look back and know that we have grown and grown exponentially, even in the midst of a pressure-filled situation. So God bless you. Heaven smile on you as you go forth today. Know that you are able to harness power under pressure. And when you harness that power under pressure, you will know just how much you were really built for it. And God will use it to make you better, to make you stronger, to make you wiser, to give you experience, and to take you to the next level that God has for you. May God bless you. Heaven smile on you. I will see you soon, and be encouraged.